All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's talk about Donald Trump. Let's catch some update. Donald Trump has been dragging Harvard University for the past 2 or 3 days. Elon Musk is facing a Tesla meltdown. So I'm looking at a couple of reports here. You know, uh, 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 this Harvard report is, to me, it just looks like another opportunity to get some attention. Donald Trump is pretty good at that. He's pretty good at getting attention. It says the White House is directing federal agencies. Hold on one second. The White House is directing federal agencies to cancel all remaining contracts with Harvard University, about $100 million in all. Two senior Trump administration officials told CNN the latest barb against the school as it refuses to bend to the White House's barrage of policy demands amid a broader politically charged assault on U.S. colleges. And I quote, "We recommend that your agency terminate for convenience each contract that it determines has failed to meet its standards," reads a Tuesday letter to procurement executives from General Services Administration official Josh Grubham, who also signed an April letter to Harvard with a series of demands on governance and curriculum the school rejected. The New York Times first reported the latest planned cuts, which come on top of $2.6 billion in recent federal cuts to Harvard. The White House announced nearly 2 months ago it was reviewing about $9 billion in contracts and grant commitments the government had pledged to pay to Harvard over several years. Tuesday's letter repeats a litany of complaints against Harvard, including claims the university, and I quote, "continues to engage in race discrimination." You know, when Trump and his administration says race discrimination, you know it means the opposite. In its admission process, the subject of a landmark Supreme Court decision, and shows a disturbing lack of concern for the safety and well-being of Jewish students. CNN has reached out to lawyers for Harvard, which in recent weeks has borne the bulk of the White House's ire against institutions it believes embody a liberal woke front. A liberal woke front. The university near Boston broadly has refused many government demands, including that it hand over foreign students entire conduct records and allow audits to confirm if it has expanded viewpoint diversity. So I think recently they were also trying to deport a bunch of students, right? But officials say they are complying with the Supreme Court's order, knocking down affirmative action, and have taken steps to address anti-Semitism on campus. All right, so I'm going to tell you what this looks like to me in a second. Let me just finish the report. Hold on one second. I don't know fully what the motivations are, but I do know that there are people who are fighting a cultural battle. Harvard President Alan Garber told NPR in an interview regarding, well, he's not been upfront. Bottom line is that Trump is trying to bully anybody that doesn't think of white, black on white racism as racism, right? The opposite of what we've culturally for decades known as racism, right? Which, by the way, that's not the only form of racism. He's basically cracking down on all of it. Okay, he's trying to make the world equal, right? He forget equity. He's trying to make everybody equal. Forget the fact that everybody starts from different places, right? Just basically just cancel anything called equity. Is equal. We're all equal human beings, and it sounds like a lot of lame people, right? Sounds like they think in black and white. They call it "I'm just a blunt." They call it common sense, right? It's lame. That's the best name for it, lame. Okay, but because they only see life from one perspective, and at the end of the day, when you really dig in deeper, you do some studies of it, it's still emotions, right? It's ignorance and emotions plus other stuff, but and lameness. The U.S. Department of Education has warned U.S. colleges and universities of possible consequences if they don't take adequate steps to protect Jewish students, and separately threatened federal funding of any American academy. So anyway, let's move on to some Tesla. So the one person that's been taking sides with Donald Trump has been Elon Musk, right? You guys know. So now let's talk a little bit about money, okay? The same thing that happened to what's his name, Kanye West, the same thing that happened to Andrew Tate, the same thing that happened to anybody that have shown any kind of, they're not lame people, but they have lame behavior, right? Emeka Ike, you remember that story? Anybody that just look at life as black and white, it's right or wrong, and somehow they don't know how to reflect, those kind of people, you're gonna see them crumble all the time, because at the end of the day, no matter how much money or how much power you have, it's the people that accord you that kind of power, right? It's just a matter of time before they wake up and say, no, we're going to take this power away from you, or some kind of money that they're spending in your direction. It's just a matter of time before it shows up. All right, so Tesla and Elon Musk, they're not synonymous, okay? I think he's what is Elon Musk to Tesla? I think he's the chairman. Let me see his official position. Who is the chairman of Tesla? I know he's probably the chairman of the board, but you know, once you become a publicly traded company, or you came in, okay, the current chair of Tesla board of directors is actually Robin DeHome, okay, but the CEO is Elon Musk. Okay, so it's a powerful position. All right, so for the regular layman, we always think, okay, Elon Musk owns Tesla, right? But at least we attach that name. But guess what? Tesla has been getting hit badly because of the associations that see how I just said that Elon Musk has made in recent times, aligned himself with the Republican Party, particularly Donald Trump. I wouldn't even say Republican Party, but maybe more so Donald Trump. So I'm looking at this report from The Hill, right? Republicans face a future without Elon Musk money. Okay, remember he donated how much? He donated hundreds of millions of dollars towards getting Donald Trump elected, right? The tech billionaire Elon Musk is prompting questions about his next steps as he signals he might wind down his political activities. Last week, the Tesla CEO said he's planning to scale back his spending after injecting hundreds of millions of dollars into the 2024 election. A big potential blow for GOP campaign coffers moving forward. I think he donated some other governor like that in the Midwest too, right? Anyway, there's another report here on CNBC. It says Tesla's Europe sales plunge 49% on brand damage, rising competition. Look at this. Check this out. It's crazy. Stupid. Dumb. European sales of Tesla vehicles plunged in April as the US electric car mix continues to face reputational damage regionally and rising competition. Tesla sold 7,261 cars in Europe in April, down 49% year on year, according to European Automobile Manufacturers Association. That drop came even as overall battery sales, electric car sales rose 34%. Okay, so maybe it's losing some sales to some other competition. But that's another lesson. Always remember that there are other people actively competing against whatever you stand for. That's another reason to stay humble in all of this. That's another reason to remain humble, right? Humility is not some kumbaya thing that you do. It's basically an actionable thing that you do to make sure you stay on top of the world, to keep your foot on your enemy's neck. It's not a kumbaya thing. It's not something you do because you're nice. It's something you do holistically, wholesomely, in a way that you understand that you got to pay attention. It's almost fall in the same category as active listening. Always paying attention. Know that there's newborn babies, 200,000 in America alone every year, 200,000 plus, I think. right? So there's a new person turning 18 every day. There's a new person turning 25, designing something that will become competition for you right now today. You can think of this in terms of politics, marriage, life, relationships, all of the above. These are the reasons to stay humble. The reason to stay humble is not because you're holy. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about this. Elon Musk, is he going down? Is he making the right move by backing off of politics? Or do you think he should have just stayed true to himself? Some people say, as long as it's the truth. As long as it is the truth. What is wrong with telling the truth? The whole world does not like the truth anymore. Do you think he should keep telling the truth, or he should pay attention to the business that pays him? Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified. Let's move on to some other stories. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.